Morning, everybody. Welcome to our weekly market update. Today I've got Fraser here with me. How are you, Fraser?
Yeah, good, thank you. Morning, everyone.
Missing a week, so we've had a bit to talk about this week. Quite a bit going on. Start of the year, the market's certainly back into full swing, and we've had a good little period with quite a few contracts getting together in the sales market. Certainly, without the interest rates being the main headline for the last couple of months, it's given the buyers a little bit more comfort, and we've seen quite a few property prices starting to change across the board through all agents in the valley. We're sort of seeing quite a few price reductions each week and things changing around. It is a less active market. Open home numbers, we've sort of seen 5, 6 through some of the better open homes, and 2 or 3 is becoming a fairly normal amount for a lot of the first, second open homes now. So certainly a lot less people around than what there was early last year, but similar to late last year, and probably feeling a little bit more positive than it was late last year. Certainly more transactions happening, which is good. Rental market, looks like there's a few properties available at the moment.
Yes, we've got 8 properties on the market at the moment. The higher range ones in the 500 plus bracket have slowed down quite a little bit.
Okay.
We're still getting a few applications, but open home attendees have been down, is what we've noticed recently.
Yeah, okay.
What probably had 3 to 4 at the open homes, but we've also been getting lots of applications in as well. It's just more the tenants aren't coming out to have a look at the properties.
What about the cheaper stuff, like around 400? Are you getting a lot of, like compared to a few months ago, is this the same amount of applications, or it's like 10 instead of 20 now, or is it
I'd say it's about 10 instead of 20. It's slowing down a little bit, but there's definitely still lots of tenants out there looking for properties, and we're still quite busy in the market at the moment.
And the prices seem really to have still jumped quite a bit on what they were at maybe last year this time, with the weekly rents, what sort of something's achieving and things. So it's not been it might just be getting towards the point where we're reaching the levelling out period on what that weekly rent is, because it's been going up for quite a while. If that demand's starting to fall off, it might sort of be level of where things are at now, might be where they settle for a while potentially. So.
Yes, I think it's getting to that point in time where we're starting to reach the maximum of rent we're achieving for properties, so it's probably just going to start to climax for a little bit.
And a lot of properties now are in the 4s and 5s, like hundreds per week regularly. 450s, 500s, pretty common, isn't it? So there's a capacity point with affordability of what people can afford.
That's the thing with people's pays and things. There's only so much you can afford. So
So anyway, no, that's interesting on that to see there. And look, from a tenant's point of view, probably great news that there's actually probably a better chance of being approved for something and more properties to choose from at the moment than what we've had for a very long time. So if you've been a bit despondent and upset that you haven't been able to get things over the last couple of years, this time moving and applying might be a better time to do it than what you've sort of experienced over the last couple of years, where it has been really crazy.
It has been booming, and it's definitely still busy, but not as busy as what it has been in past times. So
cool. Look, generally there's traditionally this week onwards is when we'd sort of see the sales market settle into a normal pattern as the kids are going back to school. There's a lot of the holidays and festivities side of things have finished now, and generally now through to the Easter period is when we see quite a strong part of the market and get a real gauge on what the market has actually done compared to this time last year. So watch on anticipation and see what the answers are there. But lots and lots of exciting properties are starting to come to market, and from a buyer's point of view, that sale time has slowed down. So the averages are starting to get into the 40s and 50-day mark compared to the sort of fortnight that it was last year and the year before. So that means there's more chance to look at a few properties, and there's more properties coming on. But we still are experiencing quite a few selling within the first week if they're coming on an attractive price. So lots of people watching the market. only acting on the properties that are presenting reasonable value and sitting back and watching a lot of others. This week we've had a big open home on the weekend at Signet for the charity fundraiser for the project number 11 house, and there were a lot of people in attendance, quite a bit of media presence, and more than 50, certainly around 70, 80 people there, so it was quite a busy open home. And I've got another open home there tomorrow night, another one on Saturday. So if you want normal open homes without all the fanfare, come along and have a look at that. It is a beautiful house, and I'd love to see any of you there and show you all of the awesome joinery and the built-in wardrobe and the walk-in robe and the pantry and all the things that really set that apart from everything else around the valley at the moment, with the quality of that. Sort of almost feels like a $2 or $3 million Battery Point house with the quality of some of that fit out that you've got in there. You don't really see it in Tassie very often. So, so love to see you down there. We have got a fair few open homes again this weekend. Quite a few, was it about 7 or 8 up for rent at the moment?
Yeah, we've got 8 properties up for rent, and we've got open homes all during the week, and more than likely have a few on Saturday booked in as well, so stay tuned for them.
Cool. All right. So hopefully we'll see you all out and about in the markets, and talk to you next week on the update.